You're watching ABC4 News, celebrating 75 years.
Welcome back. Today kicks off National Poison Preparedness Week, and local health leaders want to make sure you know all the risk. The Utah Poison Control Center gets around 40,000 calls per year, and more than half of those involve kids under the age of 6. And if not handled right, the consequences, as we know, can be deadly. So joining us now with tips to stay safe, we have Sherrie Pace with the Utah Poison Control Center. Sherrie, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us a little bit about what this week is all about.
Well, we just want to bring awareness to the poison dangers and ways that we can prevent it from happening in the first place.
The statistic involving children under the age of 6 is startling. What are some of the common calls that you see for that age group?
One of the biggest problems we see is cosmetic and personal care products, so things you would use in the bathroom to get ready for the day. Kids love to mimic adults, and if those things aren't kept up and out of reach, that can be a hazard.
Are there any items that may surprise people that are really dangerous that may not appear dangerous right off the bat?
Well, I mean, one of the things that comes to mind is button batteries. That's something where if a battery gets lodged in the throat, it can cause damage within just a couple of short hours. So call us right away if something like that happens.
Are there any signs when it comes to something like that, because maybe a child isn't verbal at that point, that they could have ingested something like a battery or really anything that's dangerous?
Yeah, I mean, the best thing to do is, when in doubt, just give us a call.
Okay.
I mean, you know, if it's not a problem, you'll have peace of mind when you talk with us. We have specialists on the phones, they're pharmacists and nurses, and they know exactly what to do to help with your specific situation.
And I love that you brought up the line, because we were just talking about that during the commercial break. And a lot of times people think, oh, I don't want to call the number, I'll just Google it, I can do it myself. But you said call with really any question you have.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Don't waste that valuable time searching the internet, because every moment counts in a poison emergency. Just pick up the phone, even if it doesn't feel intuitive, pick up the phone and just call our number and we'll be able to help you right away.
Wonderful. And we do have a couple items here today that you wanted to show us. Tell us a little bit about what we have here.
Yeah, I brought what we call lookalikes.
Okay.
So it's products that look similar to each other, one being more dangerous and one being something that's fine to eat.
Okay.
So we've got a cleaner and a sports drink, we've got pills and candy, and we've got like a liquid medicine and a punch. And then we also have super glue and eye drops.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it's one of those things where, you know, we've had people accidentally reach on the nightstand for what they think is their eye drops, and it's super glue. So important to store things in the right place and in their original containers.
And label them too.
And label them.
Because
Keep them labeled.
Even adults can make mistakes on that.
Exactly, and we get a lot of calls for adults too. Anyone can get poisoned, and you always need a poison center your whole life long.
Absolutely. So Sherrie, before we go, where can people get more information?
So if you're in a poison emergency situation, call 1-800-222-1222, and you'll be connected with a healthcare professional. You can go to our website to get more prevention information, so you know, about keeping things up and out of reach and those types of things, at utahpoisoncontrol.org.
All right, perfect. Sherrie Pace, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, let's toss it over to Rich with a look at today's consumer news.